Motorcycle Live 2022. I'm hoping I know the answer to this, but is anyone out there excited for motorbikes? It's a bit awkward, isn't it? The railway show was yesterday. Does anyone out there like motorbikes? Hey! I know it's early, I'm picking on you. So, this is the World of BMW show. So, obviously BMW got a load of beautiful motorbikes around the stands. Once you've been to a dealer and they've taken most of your money to buy a motorbike, we'll show you ways to spend the rest of it having fun, going cool places, doing track days, or travelling abroad. Now, the show is made up of 4 parts. We've got the guys from Rider Training, which is all the road training element of the World of BMW. You've got MOTORRAD Tours, which is some fantastic trips and holidays all over the world. You've got Off-Road Skills, which is the stunts, the skids, the wheelies, the drifts on the GS. They do teach you useful stuff as well. And of course you've got the Performance Academy, which is the track school that was launched this year. So we're going to try and get as many bikes into the show, as much going on as possible. We get as many tyre smoke and fun and smiles. We're going to start with some slow control stuff. We're going to build it all the way through, because really everything you see in the show, it stems from being able to control a bike carefully at slow speeds. So before we get any bikes riding around, I'll just ask everyone to make sure their arms and legs are outside the arena so you don't get caught by a mirror as we're going on. And can we have a big round of applause, please, for Ian and Chris from Rider Training.
Thanks, Chris. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Right, so, Ian, hold on. Chris, don't go anywhere. Think you ride? Yeah, of course I can ride. Let me have a go. If you break it, you're fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. We all got to start somewhere. Many of you will have started in a car park, or in a field, or somewhere inconvenient. Maybe with caravans and trees in the way. Right, okay then Ian, you told me you could ride nice and safe and put away from me then. What was that? I put the clutch in. No. You told me you could ride. Oh. There's more controls in that. You're going to swap your hands and feet now. Alright, there we go. Right, so let's get started with pulling away for those that have never ridden before. We've got the rolling road just in behind there. We've got Lou on there at the moment looking out for people. So let's start with 4 main things for pulling away. Number 1, aim the bike somewhere where there's nothing you can hit, and look to that space as well. So what are you looking at? Stop looking down at the dash. Look up here. It's pretty. No, look up there. There's nothing of interest there. You're going to listen. So you're going to look at where you want to go. And now I want you, number 2, to listen to the engine. So bring those revs up there. Too much? There is nothing nice about what I just heard. Far too much. Let's go for that bike actually works really well with about 3,000 revs. So bring the revs up to about 3,000 for me. Nice. Now it's not scary to use, is it? Right, now let's find the biting point. Okay, so if you just ease that clutch out nicely and feel for the biting point, excellent. And then once you've found the biting point, off you go. A lot of people do that. They spend ages getting to that biting point and then they just dump it. What I want you to do, find that, start it up again. Find that biting point, hold it. Just rock on it a couple of times. Just make sure you know where that biting point is. And then when you're ready, looking up into this empty safe space, slowly let that clutch go. There we go. Now we've got you riding. Excellent. So we can put our hands around the handlebars and we can start riding around said area. And the idea is we're going to get nice and smooth with the throttle, okay? If we're not smooth with the throttle, unpleasant things start to happen. It can be like a pogo stick. Because they've been polishing the floor up with their burners, it can get wobbly, step out a bit quicker today, isn't it? Not sure about this. Yeah, no, should we get rid of that? Yeah. Right, let's let go of that throttle for me, come back to that clutch. Now, moving on from just the beginner riding, but we will teach you this as a beginner as well, it's also for the advanced stuff. A lot of riders really struggle as they go through their riding with riding a bike slowly. And we're talking walking pace, so typically 3-4 miles an hour. So, Ian is currently using the biting point of the clutch. You have all this movement on that clutch lever. The actual amount you're using is about the width of one of our key rings, okay? So that's about a pound point between everything and nothing happening, okay? So it's really a small amount. While you're on that biting point doing high fives, does that feel better? High five. Great. But what about the bike control? One more. Yay! There we go. Right, now let's stop the high fives. Alright, because you need to put your hand back on the throttle. Right. And we're going to now reintroduce some revs. So the reason we do that, that engine can act a bit like a gyroscope and start to make things a little bit more stable. Now there will be some old school bikers here that will turn around and say, you shouldn't do that. You've got your revs up and you're slipping the clutch. You're going to burn it out. No, you're not. Okay? Technology's moved on. There's probably certainly in that bike about 6+ clutch plates coated in oil. It's not going to overheat in the same way. So use it to your advantage. Have the revs up a little bit. Use that biting point to your advantage, and the end result is what you see it doing now. That's very nice.
Thank you very much.
Should we try and make that a little bit different?
Yeah.
Should we add something?
Good idea.
We've got to consider what we'll do if we've got a hill. That's why we start introducing a brake. Now you've got a choice of 2 brakes on that bike. Now usually from riders that have been riding for quite a while, when we start saying we're going to use slow bike control, we want to bring a brake in, Ian is demonstrating the front brake because that seems to be what everyone wants to go to. Alright, you pass your bike test and then for some reason
It's a bit crampy.
it's not nice, is it? So shall we remind everyone there's a rear brake? Now, how's that feel?
Bit better.
Bit better, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, to get the bike under control from 2, 3, 4 miles an hour, keep the revs up a little bit, have the bike to point, keep control of that, and use enough back brake to assist you. Don't let that back brake take over. And it's to do with gradient. If I go downhill, wait at the bike and Ian, they can go faster and faster, so we bring that back brake in to help stabilise that. Coming uphill, shouldn't need any brake at all. If you're balancing nicely.
I'm coming up there.
You're coming up here, eh?
Yeah.
So when you come up here, no back brake, take your foot off.
Hello everybody. I see why you're up here. Sorry, more people.
They're not bad looking bunch today, are they?
Sorry, not bad for Sunday. Well done. I go down.
Go down, a bit back
A
brake.
little bit of back brake.
Nice. Well done. Right. Should we talk about our body now?
Yeah.
Excellent. Right, so, which way are you going when you come here?
Left.
You're going left, right, okay. So, as we go round to the left, not only are we keeping the bike control like we've just suggested, Ian's going to turn his head, which turns the shoulders, pivots on the hips, he's going to put a little bit of weight to an outside crunching. As he comes from the RT 1250 and goes back to his right, he turns to the head right. Shoulders right, hand close, pivots onto the opposite monkey. So, then we have to think about what we do with our knees and our feet. So we pitch our knees onto the tank and we put a bit of pressure down through the foot pegs to aid what we're doing. Not too much pressure, this is not needed, because we're sat down and a lot of what we're doing will be through the buttocks. Excellent, that's looking rather good. Does it feel right there? Now the thing with these skills is they are not only transferable to bigger bikes, they're also perishable. And that's the biggest issue for a lot of riders. You pass your test, you get it once you go and ride, but you don't keep practicing, you don't go and play. Alright? And they mean to go to the car park, find some wide roads around, practice these skills. So the more you practice, the easier it is. Very nicely done. Thank you. You going back down and coming back up again?
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Right, well,
The idea with this concept is you can take the skill from a smaller, lighter bike and transfer it to something much larger and much heavier. The transference of skills. Because in essence, the controls on the R1250 RT are identical. The throttle's in the same place, the clutch is in the same place, the rear brake's in the same place. Yes, the bike is considerably heavier. Yes, it's got more power. But by using the controls in the same way, you can see Chris has got a little bit of throttle, his hand is on the clutch, balancing that movement perfectly by regulating the clutch, and he uses the rear brake to control that momentum through the really narrow section there. What I then get Chris doing, because it's on a flat level surface, as he comes around here, they're really going to absolutely need the rear brake. So take your foot off the rear brake, Chris, and just turn around on that flat, nice level surface. You can control the speed just with the clutch movement. You can bring it in a little bit if you're moving too fast. As he comes round again, I'm going to get the ride away from there, and I'm going to pick up pace, momentum, and speed, which we need to get rid of before the next turn. A little bit of acceleration, rear brake comes on before the turn. In a car, I can get rid of that in the turn. On a bike, it's going to be off before the turn, so I'm trying to come back to that. While Chris has a little frame traction now, I just want to talk to you lot over here. Are you any good at catching? Can you catch? Yeah? I think what we're going to do is ask Chris to come up here and turn that little bike round on this big platform. Hang on a minute. Keep getting that round. That massive bike round, that big bike round on this little platform. It's got about 5 meters. It's a little bit tight, a little bit narrow, a little bit scary. You can't see the platform with that bike. If it doesn't quite go to plan, would you mind catching the bike? I'm not worried about Chris, we'll just replace it, but I've got to give that bike back at the end of the show. And if you can just catch it for me, I'd be really appreciate it. Alright? Chris, let's get you up here, bringing that bike round on this high, narrow platform. This is no easy feat. Loses momentum, gently into the turn. You can hear that engine work control, nice and steady round. And just controls it as it goes down that really steep slope. So that's a really well demonstrated sort of U-turn effect. I think we could just take this into a full circle up here and drive it down the same route. It's early on a Sunday morning. Come on, Chris. Let's get it going.
Let's get it going. 3 more shakes to go. 3 more.
So once again, talking it through, we're going to get a little bit of drive skill up around, and then going to get rid of that drive and a bit of rear brake and clutch control at the top. You can't see where it's going, it's impossible to see if it goes around here. Gently controlling it down and down that platform. That, folks, I reckon deserves a round of applause. That is no mean feat with all of you watching and over a meter drop off this platform.
Good job there, Chris and Ian. Thanks very much. Talking us through there. But inside, you know, those guys take real care of you. If you want to get your bike license and you want to learn some slow speed skills, it's all carefully done. Years and years of experience. They spend a lot of time teaching people this stuff. Once you've learned those skills, then the next thing you're going to want to do is go somewhere. So we're going to run a video on the big screen now. This is MOTORRAD Tours. So MOTORRAD Tours is the touring arm of the world of BMW. It's really hard to show off much of their stuff in here because what they specialise in is Thailand and Morocco, and stood on a wooden stage in a shed in Birmingham. It's hard to kind of get the romance of Morocco in here today. But we've got a video showing some of the highlights of their tours from the last 5-10 years of touring. They're over on the stand at the far side. They're busy away talking about motorbikes, but one of the things they bought for the show this year, they've actually bought a tyre repair station. So if you want to learn how to do a tubeless tyre repair, plug a puncture, go and speak to them. It takes about 5 minutes. It's a simple tool and it's something you should always have in your pocket. Because if you get a puncture on your right and you haven't got one, you're stuck and you've got a call for recovery. Now some of the trips they do are closer to home, like Scotland. They do some European tours, they do Alps, speed boats. They also go much further to beautiful places like Vietnam. Now if anyone was planning on doing maybe a kitchen renovation over the winter or maybe an extension, there is a space on Vietnam in February. Just saying, don't waste it on the house, motorbikes are more fun. Go and have a chat with the guys. And likewise, if you've got any big plans for trips or tours over the years, go and pick their brains. They're a wealth of information, whether it's how many pants to pack for a 2-week tour, or just want to know about what tools to put in your toolkit, or what things you can carry if you're travelling overseas. Now as we come to some of these tours here, African Odyssey, these are some of their more off-road, more adventurous tours. When you go on one of the big trips with MOTORRAD Tours, they actually combine the trip with some training at the off-road training school, which is off-road skills down in South Wales. Because if you're going to spend 21 days riding around beautiful gravel roads like that, or even in Morocco, you really do need to be confident on gravel roads. And a little bit of training off-road skills can really help that. So as the boys start to warm up in the arena, just a reminder about keeping outside those barriers. They will get a little bit excited, these two. So next up, we're going to do a demonstration on the GS. This is the Off-Road Skills Adventure Bike School. They're based in South Wales. They've been running for over 20 years. They're one of the longest running adventure bike schools in the world. They have got nearly 50 of these 450 GSs, 850 GSs, 750 GSs, and they can take you from complete off-road novice through to being able to do skids, power slides, and splash through puddles to your heart's content. Now, we're going to get both of these guys in the arena today. We're hoping they're going to pay attention and not ride into each other. Fingers crossed. So without any further ado, can I have a big warm welcome for Carl Searles and Neil Hawker from Off-Road Skills.
Good morning, everyone. So, usually we've got over 4,000 acre playground in Wales to play on and teach you how to do anything we're going to do. So, from right here, picking up the bike. That's a good place to start, and it's somewhere where we start on level 1. Who's not been in this position? Everybody's had a little moment or two. Hopefully it's just the pride that's dented, not the bike or yourself. Now, it's not a very nice sight, is it? But there's so many educational videos out there how to pick up a motorbike. Now first is to step away from it. You don't want to be trapped under it, for sure. Get up on 2 wheels as much as you can. Once it's up on 2 wheels, then we can start looking into not actually trying to lift the motorbike, but trying to ride it. Now that's something, if you're trying to lift 250 kilograms, it's not going to happen. It's all technique. So from here, we're going to get a solid platform to work with a bit of leverage to turn the bars to a lock. The furthest point of the bike is down the end of the handlebars. We're going to get ourselves in line with that front wheel. And imagine starting like a running race. We're going to use our legs and drive as we walk forward. Now it's really important to walk forward, else you just use your arms at some point, and that's rubbish. So start like a running race, look up into the sky, in the position of the front wheel, and drive with your legs. It's as simple as that. It's nice and easy.
Neil, you said start like a running race. Have you ever actually done a running race?
Right, the next thing we do is get confident with the motorbike. Now, you can see here, up on 2 wheels, they weigh nothing. They're very, very light. They only get heavy when they start going down here. So we get you to walk around the bike, get confident with it. I mean, who's held their motorbike at the front of it, holding the indicator? I'm sure not very many. So we get you to get confident with the bike. It's a real good feeling because we see it so many times where people want to hold it, they don't want to make them fall, then you fight to balance yourself and the bike. So just step away from it.
This is an exercise here, guys. We want to try and make today as interactive as possible. So once we've finished with, I'm not going to pull you out of the crowd, don't panic. But once we've finished with the show, come and see one of us, come and see Matt on the corner over there, get signed in, and you can have a go at picking up the GS and doing some of these bike balance exercises and work with the rider training guys too.
So once we've got confident with the bike, we're going to add some skills and drills. Then the next thing we're going to do is walk with the bike. It seems silly, but actually, it's the first introduction to the clutch. Using the clutch, very important. We're using 2 fingers, want to slow down, use a bit of brake maybe. But all this stuff really does come into a practical element when you're starting to cross rivers and stuff like that. And then when you want to start doing spin turns and play around on the bike. Now we don't do too much of that. We're going to get on the bike. We start talking about the body position and how you stand up on the bike. Because we see it so many times that people in a stress position, they're hugging the tank. All we're doing when we stand up on the motorbike is stand up as normal. Because we don't want to have our knees locked into the tank. We want to use them as suspension units. We want to be able to weight the foot pegs and dance around the bike. Also using our bodies as suspension as we start getting better riders. Now we're going to work on the clutch control as well. So level 1, we really start honing in them skills. The first thing is tight turns, slaloms. Now we're not very imaginative with our exercise names. This one's called circle in the square. We get you to do a tight turn in a small area. So you don't think you do on stage, it's okay. We give you a nice big area to do it. You can see now, when the bike's upright, the turning circle is pretty good. I'm not going to make this turn now, unless I lean the bike. So take the weight off the inside foot peg, and put all the weight on the outside foot peg. The more weight I can put on the outside, the tighter I can turn. Luckily I had a good breakfast, not shy on a bit of weight to put on my foot pegs. We can have a little bit of fun now. What do we do next, Chris?
You've forgotten what we do here.
Yeah.
You got so excited about riding around in circles, you got dizzy. So, moving on from the circle in the square, we do lots of different exercises, building confidence on the bike. One of the things I like about off-road riding compared to road riding is that I'm not constrained by the normal rules. On the road we've got traffic laws, we've got other cars, buses, diesels, all sorts of things to worry about. Off-road we've got none of that, so we can play around on bikes. if you ride around Birmingham town centre doing one leg off circles and skids, it won't be long before someone calls either the hospital or the police. So off-road in the forest, you can do whatever you like. So one of the things we like to do is skids. Sometimes it's been a long time since we've done a skid, but it's a good place to, you're right there, Cole? Was that a deliberate crash into the stage, or? It's normal, is it? Alright, I'll believe you. So yeah, Neil, run us through the back brake lock-up exercise and why it's important.
So yeah, we first get you to start braking in straight line, under control, to feel what the bike does and how it reacts in the skid. And see how rubbish the back brake is at stopping you at speed on its own, especially off-road, especially in gravel terrain. So once you've mastered the skids, you then go from the back to the front. Now this is where your front riding is transformed when you're really good on that front brake. You look at the likes of Marquez and Rossi when they're coming into a corner on the front wheel, as hard as they can on the brakes, under control. Now we start that right here on level 1. Where we're actually driving with the front brake on to get a feel for how much pressure and how much drive, how much less you can have on the front brake. And that helps you when you want to start going downhill. Because when you're going downhill, we are the downhills, we want to be under control. So the front brake, we can be nice and progressive on it, we can slow right down, we can speed right up, and then we can get back under control. So that's what we want to achieve.
And every stage through your kind of journey with off-road skills, we're building up these skills, adding a little bit of difficulty every time, adding a little bit more of a challenge to make sure you're always kind of kept just nicely on the edge of your comfort zone, so you're always learning new stuff. From downhills we move to uphills, and one of the things we find with uphills is people are always worried about not making it to the top. And what normally happens is you get halfway up, you have a panic and you open the throttle wide open. I think the floor's on fire, Neil.
It's alright.
I think the floor's on fire. So
that's my tyre.
So we've only got one more day to make this stage last. Now, Neil, this situation here, if you get stuck, if you don't make it up the hill, what do you do at that point? Once you put the flames out, what comes next? Once you're stuck on a hill, you do the exercise, I'll put the fire out.
It's really important to stop. So clutch out, and you're safe. I've got no brakes on. I'm actually, the bike holds me. And it might go back a little bit, under control. It might go back a little bit, but we're under control and we're safe. From here, let's get off the bike, let's turn the bars and move the bike around us. So we're going to move the bike around us to the point where we might not be able to go back any further, and then we move to the front wheel, left to right, till we're out of the danger, back on the bike, and we can ride off.
Nice, and that's one of those exercises that obviously we train in on a forest in Wales on the side of the hill, but it makes a massive difference when you're on one of those deep district hairpins. You're halfway around the corner, a caravan comes the other way, you're stuck there. You can use that little exercise, spin the bike around, turn it around, and carry off in the other direction. Now, from downhills and uphills, we move through a lot of the level 1 course there. At level 2 and 3, we start playing around with the bikes a bit more. We start sliding them, skidding them, popping them.
Skid turns.
Riding fast. The next thing we're going to talk about is skid turns and power slides, using the back brake and the throttle to slide the bike.
Now, so we're working on the skills we already do on level 1, the straight line skid. Now all we're doing is adding an element into it, the skid turn. So at the point when you're really slowed right down, you turn your head, shoulders, and move and look where you want to go, and keep that back brake on, the bike will follow. So the first thing we go, straight line skid. Then we turn our head, move our hips and look where we want to go, we can end up in this position. Now we don't want to be vague, we want to get really accurate at what you do. So I'm going to see how close I can get to the drum. I'm not going to make anybody stand on it today, we've had enough drum related incidents here. So we're going to see how close I can get to this drum. But the main point is that straight line skid. I mean, it's hard not to hit him. Look at him when he looks at you like that. So yeah, we get you real confident on the bike to see how close you can get to an obstacle. Now this is all skills you might want to play around on our bikes. bikes, not your bike, in the car park. From there, we just add another element, which is the power slide. So this is all the fun things to do on the road bike. This is level 3. We've done ruts, we've done ups, we've done gnarly downs, we've done rock crossings. Now we're doing like the playing around bits and pieces. So this is the skid turn, followed by power slide. So that point where you finish the skid turn, if I stand up, take the weight off my back wheel, and then add drive, and look in the position I want to go, the bike should follow. So skid turn, and then power slide out. Skid turn, power slide out, not into the ground. What are we doing next, Chris?
We're going to move on from skid turns. That was very impressive. Final one then, what we're going to talk about is what we call our preload exercise. Preload exercise is basically it's bunny hopping a GS, getting both wheels off the floor, using a bit of foot peg, a bit of clutch, a bit of body position.
So the first thing we start getting is comfortable with suspension in your body and driving at the same time, unweighting the bike to go over an obstacle. And that leads into exactly what Chris said, the little bunny hop. So up over an obstacle, nice and straight, safe. So we're not clattering into things, we're jumping down, my knees clicking, just like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, before he causes any more trouble in the arena, let's have a massive round of applause for Neil Hawker and Carl Searles. We'll let him loose again at the end when he's calmed down a bit. Again, obviously Neil's a phenomenal rider, but the whole point of off-road skills is you can come as a complete off-road novice, start learning these skills, start being able to take a GS off-road and explore the other half of what a GS can do outside of road riding. Now the next thing we're going to look at before we get to the M1000R that we've got over there in the corner, we're going to talk about the Performance Academy. This is the track training school that was launched this year. It's a dedicated motorcycle track training school. It's not part of the normal track day. Lots of time on track with the instructors, lots and lots of dedicated coaching for guys who are either current or ex-PSP riders. I'm just going to run a video and show some of the highlights of the 2022 season. So you can see lots of space on track. If you're sharp-eyed, you'll have spotted a few big names in there. Danny Wilkin, the McKenzie clan, Ian Hutchinson, really good training there. We've actually got one of the guys from the Performance Academy, Will, is over there. Will, looks away. Will's on the Moto Trainer, which if you haven't seen it, it's the best video game ever. It's an S1000RR bolted to a simulator, so it leans, it brakes, it accelerates, it feels kind of like riding a real bike. You get a little bit of coaching and ask them some questions about the Performance Academy here. Neil's excited. So now we're going to move on to what I promised. We have here the only M1000R in the country that we're allowed to ride. The bike's not launched officially yet. It's launched next week to the world's media. It's a 210 horsepower, 199 kilo naked road bike. I have no idea why we need that much power in a road bike, but I'm so glad they made it. It is an absolute riot. So give me a sec, I'm going to get the helmet on, stop Neil hassling me.
I'm going to get out of the way. We're going to watch Chris. Guys, this is the first time this has been ridden in the UK rather than this show the last few days. But that bike is phenomenal. It is a beautiful machine, and Chris is the only one who's allowed to ride it. This is not fair, especially the last day. I'm going to try and speak on later. But that is a phenomenal machine, and I'm going to get out of the way because Chris needs to put the room he's got in here, I think. Right guys, make some noise for Chris. There's more noise for Spread the rubber, yes. Stay out the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching the show. We have a massive round of applause for Neil Walker from Off-Road Skills, Chris and Ian from Rider Training, and the ridiculous M1000R. Next up at 12 o'clock, we've got Keely Hickman talking through a lap of this record-breaking TT 135 mile lap. I'm going to get my breath back, and we'll catch you then.